What's up, guys? I had a sub ask me a question about, hey, I just use a candle and I walk around with a candle. I don't need all these fancy gadgets to have light. Hey, and that's his preference. That's cool, and that works for him. But I wanted to touch on that. I wanted to actually make a video about it and talk about the different things that are going on and what I'm doing. And these are my preferences. You know, in the old days with my prepping and being ready for when the power went out, we had the old Walmart lanterns with the little wick. And I think they were like $10 when we bought them. We had 4 or 5 of them. They're still here. We still have them here. And then I upgraded to the Alanin lanterns, because you had this mantle and it really just throws a lot more light and a nicer light. But now I had to stock mantles. I had to stock kerosene. I had to stock a wick. And lanterns aren't not cheap. I've got 4 of them. But they really throw a nice light. Move up to present day. Now we're moving up to these LED lights is what we're moving up to. You know, 4D batteries in it. You can charge it, put rechargeables in there. But a lot of people love to debate. Everybody loves to debate. You have to do what you believe is good for you. Not what I tell you, not what somebody else tells you. You have to think about your situation. Here's an example. My German Shepherd gets very, very excited. She does. And especially when she gets in those moods. Well, the one time I had a kerosene lantern sitting on the corner of my table. And it was dark. The power had gone out. She hit it with her butt, knocked it off the table. The kerosene hit the concrete floor. Glass everywhere, oil everywhere, you know, flames up in the air. I'm like, wow. I'm yelling at my dog so she don't get burned and so she don't get her paws cut. Get her back in her cage so she's safe. Run and get a fire extinguisher. Get it put out. You know, and then it's black down here. You can't see nothing. Power's out. Pull the little flashlight out of my pocket. Turn that on. Start finding the other lanterns. Get one of those going. Actually, I had to get a couple of them going so I could see good. And then clean the mess up. And oh, what a mess. What a mess. Oil is not fun to pick up off a concrete floor. But good thing it happened down here and not in my house. That would have burned my house down. We did have an elderly woman about a half a mile from me. And I don't know if it was lanterns or candles. I can't remember. But she had something she'd lit when the power went out. Somehow it fell over or whatever. And she burnt her house down. Everybody on Facebook was like, oh my God, that's horrible. Do you have house insurance? And she came back with, no, I don't. I never paid house insurance. It's an empty lot now. She never got a house. Accidents can happen when you get into fire. Fire can create accidents. So, to me, this is your next best offer. You know, flashlights, battery-operated LEDs. I mean, to me, this is the way to go. It's like we're upgrading our preps. We're upgrading as preppers. You know, in the old days, I went with the Walmart lantern. Well, before that, I actually went with a candle. Then I went to the Walmart lantern. Then I went to the Alanin lantern. And now I'm going with the LED lantern. And in my view, after I've had those little accidents with them, this is the best way to go because it's safer. And this was actually cheaper than the Alanin lantern when I paid for them. So, I mean, I could put one of these in the bathroom. My grandkids come over. If they knock it off the shelf, I'm not having a heart attack saying, oh my God, my house is on fire. I'm like, cool. I want to get like 3 or 4 more of these. And when the power goes out, I can just set them on low and spread them around the house. You know, a couple in the bunker, whatever. And then all I need is rechargeables. Well, with my lantern lantern, I got to replace a mantle, wicks, kerosene. I got to keep a good supply of that. Where with this, I just need a solar panel, a marine battery, and I do have a solar panel in the corner there. And but I don't have the battery. So I could hook up some type of battery, charge it from the sun. Now charge my batteries for my lanterns. Basically, I don't know. I'd be good for a long time. But let's understand something here, okay? I mean, if I'm preparing for a super volcano or when the aliens come down and take me away, got to use some common sense here. I'm 52 years old, okay? In my 52 years, the longest I've ever been without electricity is 3 weeks. We had a tornado here. It took out a lot. We had no electricity for 3 weeks. That was an interesting time. We were driving one town over to get gasoline, which was running my generators, which kept my fridge and my freezers going, which I could use to still charge batteries. But we had no gasoline here in town. Pumps take electricity. Thus, our gas stations didn't work. You literally had to drive one town over. Our grocery store did stay open. You could still buy stuff like batteries, bread, stuff in cans. Their freezers went down. I think they had a generator to keep one freezer going, but they couldn't do them all. And but I never bought anything from the actual freezer. So a lot of people were driving out of town to do their groceries. So it wasn't horribly bad. Now, I think on average, the longest we've been without electricity is 5 hours. So, regular batteries will do just fine in a light like this, right? But give it a worst case scenario. I'm going to lose power for 5 years. Nuclear reactors have blown up. An EMP has happened. They've taken down the grid. Here comes the Chinese. Okay. What do I want to have? Do I want to have my Walmart kerosene heater for $10? Well, I'll probably run them and use up the kerosene I got in stock. My lanterns, probably run them too, but not in the house. Probably strictly in the bunker. So that way there's no accidents. Hook up my rechargeable solar panel and get charging these batteries as soon as possible. So that way I can still maintain my light. But I don't know if anybody's truly ready for a 5-year endeavor. I don't think I am. Really. I think the longest I really could go if everything went down, even though I've got a bunker here. If everything went down, the longest I think I could go is maybe 6 months. I got about 6 months of food. I have no problem with water. We've got a couple streams unless they get, tainted. It seems like when you start talking about this stuff, everybody's like, oh, what if your streams get tainted now? Now you got no water. Yeah. What if I grow wings and I can fly? There's a lot of what ifs. And you can't prepare for every what if. You can make your life somewhat comfortable. And keep in mind, when I built the bunker, it was for tornadoes. But, and we use it quite often in the spring, because in the spring we usually get about 200 tornadoes here dropping all around us. So it just feels a whole lot better to be in here, putting our dogs down here a day ahead of time. And we've got internet, TV, king-size bed, bathroom in the other room. We have all the comforts of home in these 2 rooms. So we can stay down here pretty easy. And then the next day, the tornadoes, the winds come, the hails come, and we're sitting here just relaxing, watching what's going on. Got the scanners going, listening to what's going on with the police and the local law enforcement. I have 2 scanners. And they keep an eye on things. So, what do you guys think? Better to just have a candle? I don't know. Is it better to have the lantern? Or do you think it's better to have the new technology of battery-operated LEDs? What is the best to have when SHTF happens in the way of light? Maybe the best is no light. And you just basically run off the sun, like our ancestors did. Let me know in the comments, guys. Catch you later.